man, let's talk. Nick Khan, he's the president of WWE, and he's also working with Zuffa Boxing with Dana White. All right, so he's been making the rounds right now, and I'm gonna start off with him talking about enhancing the Muhammad Ali Act. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance getting notifications. We go live or drop a video. So let's get into it.
Is there an ideal relationship between Zuffa Boxing and the existing promoters?
We're just going to do our thing. So let them do their thing. If they want to have 16 different championships and sanctioning fees and all of this nonsense, you want to do that? Do that. What we're doing, and one of the things, that's top of mind for us, the Muhammad Ali Enhancement Act.
Yes, yes.
Lawrence Epstein, who you know quite well, who's, again, one of the architects of the UFC, on the board of trustees for Vanderbilt University, an honest broker, in my opinion, is going to appear in front of Congress Thursday, December 4th, to talk about the Muhammad Ali Enhancement Act. Also appearing will be Lonnie Ali, Muhammad Ali's wife, and Andy Foster, the head of the California State Athletic Commission, as you know. The California State Athletic Commission voted unanimously 6-0 to support the Enhancement Act. And again, what this means, DC, is the act that's currently written, that'll stay in place. We're not looking at one word of it. We're not looking to change one comma. But in addition to what exists will be this new option where you don't have to use these sanctioning bodies and pay 3% of your purse. And there's a super champion in recess, all of this chaos and nonsense that we think in part ruin boxing. Our effort is going to be to do away with that, at least for us. And if fighters want to stick with the old way, go ahead. That'll remain an option.
So you heard what he said. It's a lot of things in the Muhammad Ali Act that enables what goes on in boxing to go on right now. And, as far as the sanctioning belt bodies being a part of the Muhammad Ali Act, where they get this 3% that could be prorated, depends how much money you make in your purse. It's a system in which, the Muhammad Ali Act, it allows, promoters and sanctioning belt bodies it's a formula, it sounds like, to pimp fighters. That's what it sounds like. It's a formula to pimp fighters. It's a formula to keep the fighters broke. Now, one may ask, well, UFC has the same formula. They just don't pay the fighters. They don't pay the fighters. They make all this money, and of course, sanctioning fees don't have to come out, I don't believe, from the UFC. But the issue is that what that is, it's still an issue financially. It's still a financial issue with the UFC because you're not paying your fighters that much. But I guess that's where Turkey come in, and he's still going to pay the bag for the top fighters. Now, what I've read, and I've said this in the past, and not to really sound repetitive with it, but it's being said that they're going to get a lot of young and up and coming talent, and they're going to pay them based off of, a scale that doesn't look too financially pleasing, but they're only going to be cheap support to 12 of the, I think it's 10 or 12 main cards that will simultaneously be on regular CBS with this new Zuffa Paramount deal. It'll be 12 main cards. So I guess Turkey is probably gonna put the money up for the main events, non-pay-per-view, these big fights that you're seeing. And on the undercard, these are the Zuffa fighters that's going to support the undercard, and they're going to try to build superstars that way. And they're also going to try to build superstars, with these individual cards, these smaller cards they do as part of that media deal. There will be other smaller cards. So I'm not sure that method is for sure going to work. I think Vito Melanecki has already got down with them, if my memory serves me correctly. So, excuse me. But, this is what they believe will work. This is what they believe will work. So, but here he goes again.
So obvious, right? The people currently in boxing, they're doing and saying what they should be doing and saying. What's the gentleman's name? Edward Hearns, the British promoter. What is he supposed to say? Oh, TKO's coming, I'm going to fold. Right. So let him criticize. Let the gentleman who runs the WBC, and I'm hearing they're going to strip Crawford of his championship because he's not paying a unilaterally dictated to sanctioning fee. He won that fight. We were there, but he's not going to be the champion. It seems preposterous to me. But of course, they're saying what they should be saying, which is, oh, no, this is no good. They're not looking out for the fighter. Again, what's their alternative? To say TKO's coming, let's just go out of business?
No, their alternative, Nick, would be to say, oh, okay, they're starting a new business. Good luck to them.
And Eddie Hearn kind of did say that after he had some of those criticisms, but let's let him cook.
By the way, the gentleman who runs that organization, this is supposed to be a nonprofit organization, going into Canelo Crawford, said he couldn't stay in a regular hotel room. He needed a suite. He wanted to make sure that his tickets were front row. He wanted to make sure there were ample number of tickets. It all seems quite odd to me that a sport.
And, just continue to let him cook. He's going in. He's going in. Come on.
It leads to what's coming tomorrow. And I just really learned about this and read up about this. I guess the Muhammad Ali American Boxing Act is in act right now. And I guess there's a lot of holes, a lot of flaws, a lot of different things that people take advantage of. There's a story this morning where Terrence Crawford was stripped of his titles because he didn't pay a fee back to the World Boxing Confederation or whatever it is for $300,000. So they stripped his title because he didn't pay them that amount of cash afterwards, and so he's not the champion because he didn't pay them. They stripped him, whatever the case. It seems like really odd timing that this news gets released right now when tomorrow, I believe, there is a conversation happening in Congress about a little bit of an evolution of this or a revival of this particular act. And I know Zuffa is a massive piece of this, but you're not the only ones. There's a lot of boxers that are backing this. There's a lot of people in the boxing business that are backing it. There are retractors, obviously. Can you tell me about what you guys are trying to do and why people would not want you to do it that are in the boxing world?
Of course. So first of all, on the Terrence Crawford side, you watched that fight on Netflix on September 13th. Terrence Crawford, amazing effort against Canelo, who also had an amazing effort. Terrence Crawford unanimously won that championship. So how, in fact, is it 2.5 months later that he's no longer the champion of the World Boxing Confederation because he didn't pay a fee? That would be akin to the Los Angeles Dodgers, whether you're a Dodger fan or not, having won a grueling 7-game World Series in one of the greatest Game 7s of all time. It would be like if Major League Baseball came to them and said, well, you didn't pay us a fee, so you're no longer the World Series champion. It's only in this sport of boxing where you see nonsense like this.
That leads to what?
And he's 100% right. So, would a way be, would a way be the greatest way that ever was in the sport of boxing? Probably not. We don't know. Only time will tell. But it's not a get down and lay down situation, and I think if they could do a get down, lay down situation, they would. I don't think it's an option. This is a situation where you can be on that side of the fence or this side of the fence. And, ultimately, I mean, I get it. All this money, that's being saved, all this money that could be saved can be going towards a fighter fund. It could be going somewhere else, And, this is what he's saying right here. He says, outside of Zuffa announcement with Paramount Plus, boxing does not exist in the U.S. or on any major media conglomerate outlet. Yeah, I don't consider Stars a major media outlet. And I don't think they officially even announced they deal with Top Rank. So he's 100% right. Nobody else. I've been telling y'all, a lot of these companies have divested out of the sport of boxing. A lot of these companies have divested. And I don't really think people really understand that, no ESPN, no TNT. TNT lost. They lost NBA, and they didn't even turn to boxing to get back to try to do something with boxing. Let that sink in for a minute. They didn't try to do anything with the sport of boxing. That is bananas. That is truly bananas. So, for everybody, man, it's wild. But he's 100% right. Everybody else then, took their money out of boxing besides Paramount. So I think a lot of people don't really realize that. Like the zone is, they don't even probably primarily care about the American market because it's hard to crack. It's hard to crack. So let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance getting notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole 9. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.